had millions of dollars in the bank before I was 20,
Yeah.
21. Take that out the equation. Put in the part where you're singing at everyone's events. You're showing up for everybody. You're featuring on everybody else's stuff. And then when you call to be like, hey, can I get an ad lib? All of a sudden they're not available, but you see them at everything else. You say, okay. But I don't get mad at that. I say, God, I see you working. I don't need them. I need you.
Mm-hmm.
That's
so
it.
what is filling Lil Mo's cup up first look like in this new chapter?
It looks like, honestly, the filling up of my own cup is just like, start putting yourself first in everything. One thing about me is I'll be like, okay, if I get invited to something, who else can I take with me? Because I always be thinking, no.
One fits everywhere, Mo.
Yeah.
One
like,
fits everywhere.
It's like, period. Even when it would carry on, stop taking so much. You can't check the other bags.
Yes. And I'm sure for 20 plus years, you've been so consistent with that. Sometimes people waiting for the ask before you ask.
Yeah. And trust me, it happens to this day. But at the same time, I've realized the word no, I used to didn't say it, but I'm using it very effectively because I realized that a lot of people use you when they see you glowing, or when they see, oh, it looked like the light's about to be on over there. So now I'm gonna get with sis. Nah, sis been rocking. Sis just had to make some different moves. It's a whole different world out here. Outside ain't even all the way open back up, but when it do, it's gonna be a whole different world. And if I was doing the same thing that I was before this pandemic or before music and everything started to change, I wouldn't survive. Because it is more to it than just being able to sing. You got to be able to give them the drip. You got to be able to drop knowledge. You got to be able to make people believe in you, but you have to believe in yourself more. And then you got to want it more than anybody wants to give it to you. And this is because people are like, well, what do you mean? Because put it like this. You could say, well, this is how much I want it for a show. Then the people going to say, well, what makes you think you deserve that? What?
Exactly.
Okay, period. Somebody getting paid.
Right.
So you gotta work so people don't even have to ask. Real people with money don't even ask how much you charge. Be like, this is what it is, and they be like, send the deposit info.
Yeah.
That's it. That's how you learn how to decipher. And like I said, it's not about the money, but it's a respect level that you always have to maintain with people, because these people in the industry will try it.
Yeah.
They'll try
it. And that's what I want to ask too, like, what do you think, what do you credit with your staying power? Because this is an industry that you're in that people would literally, chew you up and spit you back out. And here you are still glowing with a brand new chapter that you open and saying that, hey, I sound better than I did when I first came in. So what do you credit? What do you credit that to?
My change in the narrative, because the old me would have said, well, I sound better than everybody that's coming out. Nobody cares. This is your only competition is yourself. I sound better than when I came out before. Nobody should be in nobody else's lane. Like we talking right now, nobody's, even if people ask the same question a different way, nobody's going to get the same response or respect or tone that I'm giving with you, unless we all on the four screen and then they're listening in. You feel me? So different people, different ways, you're going to get a different response. It's still coming from Mo, but at the same time, I've changed the way that I respond. I've changed my tonality. I've added more empathy, because I realized that I am originally from New York. I done lived in Texas. I done lived in Atlanta. I done lived in North Philly, and I've done lived in Baltimore, period. So I know how to be aggressive, but sometimes aggressiveness, it scares the consumer. You don't always have to be the loudest one in the room because they think you're the weakest. But one thing about me, I ain't never been weak. I've always been the realest, no matter what. Even when I'm wrong, I admit that. And when I'm right, I'm going to let you know double louder than when I was wrong, period.
Exactly.
So it's just like with that, it's just like you just got to know where you stand with yourself. You ain't got, people be like, I ain't worried about what people think about me. Yes, the hell you is, or else you wouldn't have said that. So I'm a person, I really don't care, because I know what I think about me. I know what I know about me, and I know who I am. So if somebody got something to say, I didn't hear it. I don't let anything negative permeate my spirit anymore. So if somebody bring me some tea, please go put it back in that kettle, because I know, like, I've been a tea pourer and I've had tea poured on me.
Yeah.
So
Come on,
you just
come
got,
on,
you
come
just
on.
gotta,
Did y'all hear the AP word permeate? She said,
yeah.
"Come on now."
They ain't
She's
ready for the
the
big
AP
words.
part.
They ain't ready for the big words.
They ain't ready. They ain't ready for the
But
AP
people,
word.
like, you just gotta know the game. This game it's a very vicious game. People you use you up until, and they'll chew you up and spit you out.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what I'm saying? A lot of people know, don't play with me. It's almost like don't even call Mo, or don't even say anything, because she do, like, no matter how, even if I'm sitting here bowing and, you know, and humbly kneeling before the throne, if you see me kneeling, that's a sign of submission to God. That ain't because I'm bowing down. I'm to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've learned to humbly submit myself and realize, if you want respect, you got to give it first. Whatever you put in is what you're going to get out. So that's why I've changed my whole rhetoric and my way of thinking, for the simple fact that I won't say, well, what the fuck she got on? Because there was times when somebody asked me, what the fuck she got on? Who is you? Like, some stuff don't even need to make it to the public, because then you don't want to be known as a hater, or you don't want your legacy to be tarnished from your unwarranted opinion.
Right.
If somebody don't ask, it don't even volunteer the information. So if the question, that's why I see it a lot of times, and I'm like, well, I know people give you a hard way to go. They be like, well, somebody asked a question, but there's a way you can say, you know, people will ask some messy questions, like, you know what? I don't mean to sound ridiculous, but I've never seen this man a day in my life. If he walked down the street, I don't even recognize him. Sorry to this man.
Yes.
You just gotta hit them with. You just gotta hit them with that.
Yes.
With the Kiki Palmer, like, I don't mean to sound ridiculous, but I don't know who sis is.